Welcome back. We're covering an ongoing situation in Idaho right now. This is near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Multiple firefighters came under fire, under sniper fire there. The sheriff's department there are handling an ongoing manhunt right now for a shooter or shooters there in that mountainous region. Let's bring in Chad Ayers now. He served as a sheriff's deputy for Greenville County in South Carolina for 12 years.
Sure. Obviously, this is a traumatic situation for those firemen and the law enforcement to be dealing with. You know, I think the advantage is going to come personally when it gets a little darker. When nightfall comes, they can utilize air support that has technology, systems like the FLIR, infrared cameras to try to, hone in on these heat signatures that may be up there. But at this time, obviously, the suspect having the high ground on top of law enforcement, it gives them the disadvantage. Not knowing how many shooters we have, not knowing the reasoning behind this. But hopefully when nightfall comes, we can start deploying drones and helicopters with technology to try to hone in on exactly where this suspect or suspect is.
A gut-wrenching story out of Idaho. A procession lining the freeway early this morning in Spokane, Washington, saluting the two firefighters who lost their lives during an ambush attack that also sent a third firefighter to the hospital. The as-yet unidentified suspect is accused of starting a brush fire in a northern Idaho mountain range in an effort to lure first responders into a trap, where he then acted as a sniper to shoot at them once they arrived on scene to fight the blaze. The suspected gunman was found hours after the shooting by police in a wooded area with a weapon near his body. Now first, let's go to Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt, live on the ground in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, with the latest. Jonathan.
Emily, some breaking news for you via the Associated Press, which is now reporting that law enforcement officials are telling them that the identity of the gunman in this tragic incident is Wes Rowley, as the Associated Press reports it. We believe he is in the region of 20 years old. We do not know anything else about that alleged gunman at this point. Meantime, investigators, of course, still trying to piece together everything that happened here. Last night, the bodies of the two firefighters who were killed were removed from the mountain here. They were shot dead, having gone to battle a fire around 1:30 p.m. Pacific time in the mountains here, but within minutes of arriving found themselves instead facing sniper fire. A hidden sniper opening fire on them, prompting a frantic emergency call from another firefighter. Listen here.
We need law enforcement up here immediately. We've got another Coeur d'Alene firefighter down. We've got two unresponsive battalion chiefs, gunshot wounds, multiple gunshot wounds. Two Coeur d'Alene firefighters are down. I'm pinned down. It's clear to me that this fire was set intentionally to draw us in.
Police, SWAT teams and FBI agents rushed to the scene, around 300 officers in all, and for some time they continued to take sniper fire, with the sheriff saying it was clearly a trap that was set. Listen to the sheriff.
You know, when you have an environment where you don't know where the bullets are coming from because of the trees and the shrubbery and what have you, it is daunting for police officers, let alone firefighters who are there just to put out the fire. So it's very, very difficult. Very difficult for drones or helicopters to see any individuals up there. So this was a total ambush, taken by surprise.
And listen, firefighters, they don't just put out fires. They do a lot of work that goes unrecognized, unnoticed. I mean, when they respond to situations, they also help with reviving people's lives. Anything that they're trained for, medical-wise. And yes, the majority of their duty is to put out fires, but the awareness of, the situation when they arrive on scene, they know, okay, we have a fire here, we need to do this, and that. block off these streets, have these people move over here. There's so much coordination that goes into, when fires break out because the wind is so unpredictable. They have to make decisions on the spot with unpredictability, just as officers do when they respond to their own situations. But in this case, it's a crazy criminal tactic to start a fire, to draw firefighters in, and then initiate a plan to murder them.
After several hours, members of a SWAT team discovered the body of a man. He was dead. There was a weapon nearby. And at that point, the sheriff declared that there was no longer a threat. And just to repeat the breaking news, the Associated Press reporting that the shooter has been identified to them by law enforcement officials as a young man called Wes Rowley. As for the condition of the wounded firefighter who was also evacuated from the mountain, he went through emergency surgery last night. The sheriff at that point described him as fighting for his life. We are told this morning that he is in stable condition. One small piece of good news in this terrible tragedy.
The tragic shooting of 2 Idaho firefighters on Sunday has left many questioning what could possibly be the motive for such a heinous act. But one theory has gripped the internet. In the afternoon on June 29th, first responders were called to a small but active brush fire on the east side of Canfield Mountain near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. As fire crews moved in to tackle the blaze around 2 p.m., bullets suddenly rained down, fired by an unknown assailant hiding in the woods, officials said. The grisly scene was captured in harrowing 911 audio as firefighters were pinned down by the crazed shooter.
There's an active shooter at a fire. There's potentially 2 battalion chiefs down.
They're shot. There's BC3's down, BC1's down. Everybody's shot up here. Law enforcement, code 3 now up here. And immediately up here, we've got 2 unresponsive battalion chiefs, gunshot wounds, multiple gunshot wounds.
The horrific ordeal ended about 5 hours later when SWAT teams discovered the lifeless body of the shooter next to his firearm on a popular tourist trail, according to police. On June 30th, the shooter was ID'd by police as Wes Rowley. It was confirmed that a Coeur d'Alene firefighter and a Kootenai County Fire and Rescue member lost their lives in the sudden strike, while a third firefighter was left fighting for life after surgery, but is now in stable condition. Kootenai County Sheriff Robert Norris said in a news conference.
We do believe that the suspect started the fire, and we do believe that it was an ambush and it was intentional.
While police have yet to release any conclusions on Rowley's motive, internet sleuths discovered a shocking coincidence concerning the town's fire department. The deadly incident occurred 24 years to the day of the deliberate burning of the headquarters of the far-right Aryan Nations group in Hayden Lake, just 7 miles from Coeur d'Alene. Aryan Nation leader Richard Butler was forced to sell the site in a bankruptcy sale after being ordered to pay a Native American woman $6.3 million as part of a lawsuit, after the hate group's security guards had opened fire at the woman, Victoria Keenan, when she stepped outside the building with her son in 1998. Keenan bought the dilapidated compound for $95,000 and sold it to a local philanthropist who let the local Coeur d'Alene Fire Department burn it down as part of a training exercise. On June 28th and 29th of 2001, the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department conducted the training exercise, sending the compound into a furious blaze. Now, conspiracy theorists and locals are questioning whether Sunday's incident may have been a revenge attack for the fire department's deliberate burning down of the compound. So far, there is no indication that Rowley had any political motivations or ties to neo-Nazi groups.
They got to do a deep check on this and see if there's anybody linked to him. We have to find out if he was the only one that carried out this incident. I have so much respect for anybody that's in uniform, whether you're in law enforcement, firefighter, EMT. They have a tough job responding to the unknown. It's almost getting to the point that firefighters, EMT, they need to have a security vault in their vehicles that have guns, just in case something happens, and these individuals should be trained to use them, just as law enforcement does. And they would only be able to use their weapons if they need to protect the lives of themselves, the people they work with, or the civilian population. That's my opinion. We need to start putting guns into good people's hands. If we're trusting EMTs, firefighters, police officers to fulfill their duties, and we're assuming and trusting that these are good people, we should be arming these people in case we have stupid ass people like this 20-something-year-old dipshit that decides to do something that costs 2 firefighters' lives. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.